Hey, how's it going, everybody? Joe Villamere with Rockstar Real Estate at Keller Williams Realty, here with another agent on our team, Leland Rye.
Hey guys.
Just to talk to you a little bit about the market we're in. We get asked a lot of the same questions from our potential clients and clients that we're working with, and wanted to get a little education out there for you. A lot of people do ask what type of market that we're in. Right now we are in a strong seller's market. One way we do dictate what type of market we are in is what's called an absorption rate. If we took no more listings as of today, it would take roughly in today's market just under 2 months to sell all the properties that are active on the market. A 6-month supply of inventory would account for an equal buyer-seller market. So just under 2 months is a heavy indicator that we are in a strong seller's market. Supply and demand, of course, that does attribute to this as well. We don't have a lot of inventory, there's a lot of buyers, and that just tips the scale even further, which is gonna push the values of homes more so than what you may see on an even market. Right now, supply is down roughly 60% year over year from where it was last year. So we have a very short supply of inventory, but we do have a very high buyer pool, which is tipping the scales in favor of the sellers. So what else can attribute to this offset market? There's gonna be a few things. One, interest rates are at historic lows. So that really opened up a pool of new buyers that maybe didn't have the power to purchase a home before, but with interest rates so low, it allowed them to potentially get out of a rental situation and get into home ownership. Piling that on top of a higher buyer pool that we already had. For the low inventory, this is where through the pandemic, obviously everything's been a little upside down. And a lot of sellers are still feeling a little uneasy as far as listing their home because they know a lot of people are gonna be in and out of the house. And they're not quite comfortable with that yet. So hopefully moving into this springtime, as we see the vaccines come through, it's gonna get some sellers feeling more comfortable, especially with the warmer weather, and we're gonna start to see an increase in inventory, which is gonna be great for the buyers that are out there.
Yeah, absolutely, that's a good point. And you and I have discussed this before, but we're creatures of comfort, and sellers over the last year have got comfortable. And it's completely understandable, and we can expect that probably for the next couple months as the vaccine continues to be distributed. Now, in addition to that, with the increase in refinances, we see people now have lower payments, so they're less likely to get out of those lower payments.
On another note too, is a lot of sellers are hesitant to put their properties on the market because they're out there looking for what they potentially could get into for a home, and they're seeing low inventory. So the catch-22 is, well, why am I gonna sell my house when there's not a lot of inventory for me to choose from? So all objections and things that we can, and we do discuss with our one seller clients, of course, a lot of education that we can give to our buyer clients as well. But let's talk about some stats.
So the Vermont Association of Realtors has given us tons of statistics over the last few months. And what we've seen is an appreciation of somewhere between 22 and 24% in Chittenden County, which is wild in comparison to the last 20 years, we'll say.
Yeah, because typically average year over year, we're looking at roughly a 6% appreciation. So going from 6% your average to 20 to 24%, that's a substantial increase in property values.
Right, the average sale price in 2019 was about $400,000, and the average sale price in 2020 was $452,000. So that's quite the change.
Yep.
Nonetheless.
Yep, big difference.
Another question that we've received quite often is, are we expecting prices to drop? And the answer is no. Forecasts for the market state that we can expect somewhere between 6 and 10% increase again this year.
So let's talk about selling a property in this interesting and volatile at times market. When it comes to a seller and they're thinking about selling a home, one of the biggest questions that we get is, well, how can I do this so it's going to be a seamless transaction? There are going to be sellers, and if you're lucky enough to be in the position where you can put your house on the market, sell your property, get the maximum amount of profit from that sale, potentially move in with a friend or rent an apartment for a short period of time and then get out and look at properties, obviously that's going to make you a stronger buyer. But most people can't do that. So in most instances, we're going to use what's called a coup fish. And in the industry, that's contingent upon finding suitable housing. So this is where we write right into the listing that any buyer or buyer's agent that writes an offer to purchase your property, they have to give you a window of time that you can go out and search for your property and secure your property to purchase. So oftentimes in this crazy market, you may, as a seller, see a multiple offer situation. There's going to be a lot that we want to dive into in multiple offer situations. It's not just what is the offer price. There's another handful or dozen other items in the contract that we want to look at. One of those items is what buyer may give you the most time and be most flexible with you getting out there and securing your home to purchase. That may be the best buyer for you in this case. So you can feel comfortable and confident getting your property under contract and then having a decent window of time where you can get out, secure a property, and then you have your sale, your purchase, everything moves seamlessly right to the closing table.
In conclusion, we just wanted to say thank you. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen to us today. And we've had a great start to the year, and we couldn't do it without you. A huge thanks from all of us here at Rockstar.
Yep, and a huge debt of gratitude to all of our current clients, to all of our past clients. We wouldn't be here without you. 95% of our business is referral based, and hopefully we'll be able to say that in another 10 years. So again, if you have any questions, we'd love to help you, purchase a home this year, help you sell a home and navigate this wild market right now. And keep an eye out for the end of the video. Message us, email us, call us, and we'd love to help. Again, myself, Joe Leland with Rockstar Real Estate at KW Vermont. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Cheers.